My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 14, 2024. It is 12:22 a.m. So I was just checking to see if my channel, Our Pot of Pew Service, is on the monetization program because I had submitted my application again. They accepted. In a couple of days, depending on whatever time that I have, some of the videos that I had removed, I'm gonna redo them and re-upload them. Majority of them are the Nigerian trip. Alright, so be on the lookout for those videos. I believe they were short videos. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna go to APTS Sussex because this is where this video will be on. Okay, so now we are on APTS Sussex. This is the back end. 4,421 subscribers. New subscribers welcome. Estimate revenue is going down, $99.49. I was reading a comment in one of my videos on this channel who says that there are other Sussex Squad channels that are going through the same thing as me because they were making, well, I don't, what did she say again? They were doing pretty well, let's just say it that way, and they are seeing the decline of their revenue and things like that going down the same way as me. So I can't really explain anything except for showing you what's going on in the background analytics. And the thing with me here, I'm getting more subscribers every other day, but for some reason my views is going down. I don't understand that. I look at this here, it says 100 plus subscribers, 15 more than usual, but yet my estimate is going down. So something is not right. I feel like they're manually handling those numbers. Okay, so anyone who's new on this channel, one of the things that I try to do is to have at least one video every day for you guys. It's either on this channel or on PYTE. I have another channel. This channel is a backup. I talk about all sort of things, politics, Harry and Meghan, the royal rats, you name it. Anything that is interesting that's worth sharing with you, it's on this channel. So anything about Harry and Meghan, probably on PYTE. Like for instance, the trip that they're taking to Colombia most likely will be on Our Pot of Pew Service. Okay, so it's 3 channels. Our Pot of Pew Service deals with their work, and PYTE is my main channel. That's where I talk about Harry and Meghan's a little bit about of their work and some of the gossip, positive gossip that the squad are talking about. But this one is a bit more messy. When I mean this one, this channel is a bit more messy. It's all sort of things, politics, you name it. Okay, so I suggest you subscribe to all of them if you are about that. If you're not about it, it's fine, don't bother with subscribing. The squad knows. Okay, so that's that. Before I go on Twitter, these are the things that I will be discussing. I have 16 tweets with to share with you. They range from Epstein Plane, Omid, there's Melody Habson that I believe it was, it's a tweet that I came across that talks about her, pretty much her resume kind of thing. There's some LOL thing, so some of them I don't remember because I started putting them since yesterday. Alright, so let's get going. Let's go on Twitter. Okay, so this is the first tweet. There's no caption, just emojis of laughing. We tweeted that It's fun to fly on the Jeffrey Epstein plane. Trump, that's in quote by the way. Trump is now using the Lolita Express to campaign. Trump pedophile, Lolita Express. So this guy, it was reported that Epstein plane was used by Donald Trump. I guess when he died, they sold his estate, and who knows, I don't know who bought the plane. So there's some numbers that identify which plane it is. So, you know, those geeky people, they'll go and do their research and find out it's allegedly Epstein plane. So this is what this guy is talking about here. There's me here laughing my ass off. I guess this has to get through to them. Whatever works, by all means. Where do you find these posts? I was laughing about it because this is a squad who retweeted that. Okay, they just pop up on my timeline. Sometime I have to go check to see why and how this on my page. Alright, so that's that. Let's go into that and hear what he has to say. So these are the MAGAs. So that guy, whoever, I don't know if he's a Democrat, Republican, or maybe he's just someone who saw the light and trying to pass it on to those MAGA people to say, look, this is what he's doing, this kind of thing. Okay, it's only 45 seconds. If there, I don't remember if there's a copyright music in the back. If there is, I will try to manipulate the sound a little bit, put my own music, music that's not copyrighted, so YouTube don't flag the video. Let's listen.
Hell yeah! It's fun to fly on the Jeffrey Epstein plane! It's fun to fly on
The Jeffrey Epstein Plane.
Yeah, that's what Trump did! He was chasing around little girls on the Jeffrey Epstein plane! Don't trick me, that's harassment! No political violence, ladies! We can chase around young girls! We can put ketchup on our ear! Take McDonald's back! Cause the insurrection at McDonald's! Where's everybody going? Let's do the insurrection, brother, inside me. On the fly, on the leader express. Don't let the Trump flag touch the ground.
The YMCA music is in the background, so I'll try to do something so you don't hear that part. Okay. Oh, so there's more. The only way to get through to MAGA is to out-weird them. There's the laugh here. MAGA or weirdos. MAGA is weird. That's those hashtag here. So there's another one here. 57 seconds. Oh my God. Okay, I thought it was a long thread. Okay, so let's listen to this one.
Let's get a baton. Do something crazy, your MAGA people. Do something crazy tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a felony. And you got us feeling alright. He's touching me. That's harassment. Got the MAGA village people over here. Hexamon is here. No, I'm going all day.
MAGA village people.
Hexamon is here. Don't touch me, that's assault. And y'all are underage girls with Trump. Freedom of speech, brother. Remember, no political violence. I'm proud I voted for Donald Trump. And I'm chased out by the Kentucky Fried Chicken Man. Shot in the air. And Trump still sucks. Trump ain't blood out of ketchup. Woo! Asshole. Come on, Steve Buscemi, we can smile. No political violence. Let's get a baton.
Oh my God, this guy is ridiculous. But if this is the way he has to get through to those people, I guess you have to outwear them. Okay, it's not easy being a counterculture artist. Just buried my father last week. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Well, then again, when you think about it, life goes on. Life goes on. Okay, please consider donating to my campaign. There's that here. Damn, I can't really play it. His music in the background is kind of loud, so don't play it. Right, so pathetic. This post, 340,000 views. Yeah, so tragic. Love this dude. The bandage is a nice touch, Robbie. Thanks. It's a maxi pad. Okay, so let's leave that alone. Let's go to the next one. Pretty much what he's trying to do is trying to get to the MAGA people. It seems like they hit a brick wall nothing get to them, and they pretty much want to turn this country into a fascist and accept Trump's lies. Okay, so this is the next tweet. So there's no caption, and it's retweeting that breaking. Let's pause it. Vladimir Putin has pulled unit out of Ukraine to defend Russia. Kyiv says Ukraine's ongoing surprise attack has triggered scrambling in Moscow. Okay, let's see here. Somebody responded. Oh, I don't see it. 2 people responded. I don't see it. Let's go into that. All right. So let's see here. Ukraine's ongoing surprise attack has triggered scrambling in Moscow. Putin has expressed anger after Kyiv snatched dozens of settlements in huge areas of territory in the Kursk and Belgorod regions of southern Russia. Okay, so there's all of that. What is this? Okay, these are different things. Okay, this is very promising news on the war in Ukraine. If they can keep Russia on the defensive, they'll win their country back and be stronger than ever. Good. Maybe Putin will end this disastrous attempt at trying to illegally take over Ukraine and bring his troops home. Okay, finally, Ukraine on the offensive. Putin will not win the war they force on Ukraine. Hopefully, someday soon, he will be captured and brought to justice. Okay, not good for Trump and Putin. Yep. So I think I responded to it. Did I read my response? Okay, so this is what I say here. He's working his puppet on here. That's Putin I'm talking about. Biden and Harris are doing their thing to support democracy and EU and in the US without risking our soldiers. That's some badass chess game going on. Worse, the others tell their lies and they believe their own lies. I was watching a YouTube video today regarding that. No reporting because I was running out of text in the USA regarding that. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. Next tweet. Now, this is from Essence magazine. They have Vice President Kamala Harris on the cover. Okay, remember people, as of August 14, 2024. It's not November yet. People need to go and vote. Anything can change from now till November. Keep in mind what Project 2025 is all about, what needs to be done, and these people are on a mission to make sure they get what they want. They will destroy the country if they don't get it. So we need to be on our toes in every election. Go and vote. Okay, in this pivotal election, black women everywhere could, for the first time, see a reflection of our grandmother's dream as commander-in-chief. This moment isn't just about casting a ballot, it's about claiming our space, our right, and our future. That isn't lost on Vice President Kamala Harris. She knows where she stands, firmly at the intersection of freedom and power. We're not just voting, we're shaping a legacy of freedom for generations to come. The stakes are high, but so is her spirit. I've been telling you guys that since the last election, since the 2020 election, I said we put on life support. The 2020 election was a life support. This is where it really matters, whether we cut the string of democracy or we go on full-blown fascist. They already told us what they want to do. So, and it looks promising, but let's not keep our hope too high. Again, we need to go and vote. And a very special chief interview film at the 30 Essence Festival of Culture. Essence Venture CEO and President Caroline Wanga sat down with Vice President Kamala Harris to discuss what inspired her to enter politics, her plans as president, and the potential impact of the upcoming election on everyone. This is our special collector's edition, September-October subscriber cover. Read more, there's that. I'll click on it, but I'm not gonna read the article. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys, okay? It's a long read. That's another video in itself. The link will be in the description. Okay, so let's see some of the comments. Black women literally built this country, and a black woman is literally going to rebuild this country again or save it from itself. If you look back in some of my videos on Pure YTE, I have thumbnails where I just pick them randomly. I think I have a I think Stacey Abram. What's the actress? Hispanic, and I pick American Indian. Just randomly, but they fit to what I was thinking of for the last election. These were the groups who saved democracy in 2020, who put democracy and life support. Because many people in this country, majority of them, they vote based on skin color. They don't look at the topic at hand, what these people are trying to do. They're removing their rights one at a time. They don't see that, or they don't care, or just because they know they will bypass whatever. So yeah, we are on life support. We better vote properly, otherwise eventually, this country is gonna go really bad. Democracy will be gone. Let me read what's there and then move on. Harris Walls for the win. They are playing in our faces. She's Indian. These people, wow. Her father is black too, so she's both. Kamala Harris ain't a foundational black American. Oh my goodness. But anyway, let's leave that alone. Let's move on. Next tweet. She herself called herself black, so I don't know. Next tweet. All right. Oh, so this is what this one was about. I almost skipped one. This one comes next. I almost skipped one. All right. See how at Kamala Harris headquarters keeps the shade courtesy and classy. Very mindful, very demure. Okay, he retweeted Kamala Harris's statement. I believe yesterday Trump had an interview with Elon Musk, and this is what, I didn't watch it. Anything with Donald Trump, I don't even bother watching it because it's just BS. He never said anything really significant. So this is the response from that interview from Elon Musk and Trump. Okay, our statement on whatever that was. Okay, statement on Donald Trump's interview with Elon Musk. Donald Trump's extremism and dangerous Project 2025 agenda is a feature, not a glitch, of his campaign, which was on full display for those unlucky enough to listen. Unlucky enough to listen in tonight during whatever that was on X.com. Trump's entire campaign is in service of people like Elon Musk and himself, self-obsessed rich guys who will sell out the middle class and who cannot run a live stream in the year 2024. Yeah, I heard there was some issues with the live stream. You need people to do it for you. Who are the people? The middle class. Alright, so that's that. Courtesy and classy. What a load of bull. It is. Her headquarters didn't say anything. Those nasty words that Trump usually said to other people. This one, the last sentence here. Okay, self-obsessed rich guy who will sell out the middle class, and this part here, and who cannot run a live stream in the year 2024. Okay, so this is it here. They're rich and everything, but they can't do anything. They just had the money. You know what? Let's leave that alone. Okay, I will literally die if a Gen Z intern is the one writing all of these clapbacks. Alright, I think Kamala Harris is so damn cool. Alright, did Trump just call Kamala a hat? Well, at least he's not lying about that. The shade and pettiness is glorious. Okay, so there's more. Let's leave that alone. So this one is from Omid as well. Okay, let's pause. The professionalism. Okay, earthquake in LA caught during NBA today. Alright, so let's listen to this. It's 27 seconds. So there was an earthquake.
Home country in these Olympics.
And it was so much fun to see, particularly the crowd sort of getting behind as we have a bit of an earthquake here in Los Angeles. So we're just going to make sure that our studio lights, everything stays safe, everything's shaking. You good, Mylan? Everybody good? All right, thank you so much for bearing with us through that. Our studio was shaking just a little bit. Tarsi, if you're still good in the studio and everyone's still good. All right, so this is what I want to show you now. Rebecca, I appreciate you just bearing with us here. Home country.
She stayed cool after all of this. This is why he said the professionalism. It's true. I was reading some of the comments. I don't know if it was here or within that. Let's see here. She can lead me to battle any day of the week. Sis is in full control. I've been in LA during several earthquakes. They're remarkably blasé about them. Get used to them? I don't know. I experienced it, I think, twice on the East Coast. One day I remember I was in the bathroom. I was doing something, I think, comb my hair. I was looking at the medicine cabinet. Next thing I know, I saw the wall shifting from side to side. The first thing that I did, I grabbed my toddler. I was like, what the hell? This is so freaking scary. Alright. You'll get used to them. I will never get used to it. I'm sorry. Hope everyone is safe. Did you feel it? Alright, so let's go into that. There's one, for instance. Such a professional. This would have been me. Yep. There's that. And that's an ad. Okay, there was some other thing that I was saying. Okay. Had that been me? Let's see here. 19 seconds.
Costume contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was that. I've heard of her fainted. I thought that was a earthquake that I never seen the video, but I've heard of it. But I don't think I will share that. I don't want to make fun of that. Okay, there's this here. Wow, she handled that with such grace and keep it moving. Great work. Wow, she kept her composure perfectly. She handled that so demure, very mindful of the environment around her and everybody in it. Malika, when they go to commercial. Okay, that's the one that was getting me. I didn't see the one with Wendy Williams before. This is the one that got me laughing. It's only 2 seconds. Okay, Malika, when they go to commercial. That is it.
Had me scared, but I held my own. That. Had me scared, but I held my own. That. Had me scared, but I held my own. That.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm tired of those GIF or something. Let me leave that alone. Okay, the one with Wendy Williams, I'm not gonna share it. That's a note to myself when I'm editing. Next tweet. So there's that here. Okay, so I think I sort of aligned this pretty well. I think we're all into the UK. Prince William and his obsession with his popularity and being acknowledged by America. But remember how they treated Meghan over there? What was that? I think I have it somewhere, but it's gonna take me forever to find it. Where they were saying something, she's not American. Oh, so that's Piers Morgan.
This woman existed. All the alarm bells rang at Buckingham Palace, and I could almost hear them saying, pull the shutters down. It's an invasion.
She's mixed race, she's American, she's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks. No member of the royal family, the senior members, ever thought they would see having to be ticked when it came to Harry's bride.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep. I can hear Diana laughing now.
Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem.
Who was saying that? I know where that clip is. There was someone else. I don't think she does royal reporting again. What's her name? The one I spoke about once, not in this video, where she said she was marking Meghan when Meghan came out. She had a miscarriage, and then months later she herself said she had a miscarriage to her. There was something she said about American, and the royal family didn't say a damn thing. So whatever. But okay, so back to this here. Okay, Prince William and his obsession with his popularity and being acknowledged by America. Ash Sarkar breaks down the real reason British culture is crumbling. Hint, it's got nothing to do with immigration. Okay, so let's listen to this here. Okay, so there's one comment here. Let me read that and then go into this so I could be done with this one. Okay, this is so true. He is obsessed with America. Just recently, he was wishing the Great Britain Olympic team, and the first celebrity he chose to feature wasn't a British celeb, but Snoop Dogg, who opened the segment and also closed it. I saw a tweet. Someone tweeted, I think it was a screenshot of Diddy Fell, who was talking about Snoop Dogg, and someone said something like, oh, they're finally catching on, something like that, about Snoop Dogg. Why is he the face of the Olympics and stuff like that? Okay. But when you look at it based on this comment here, then Charles, for his coronation, I didn't watch it. What did he have? Majority of them were Americans who came to, we had Lionel Richie and Katy Perry, and who else? Who else were there? Majority of the other, I guess, British, other people declined. They could only get Americans. Okay. So let me read this and then go into that. This is so true. He is obsessed with America. Just recently, he was wishing Great Britain Olympic teams, and the first celebrity he chose to feature wasn't a British celeb, but Snoop Dogg, who opened the segment and also closed it. They are totally obsessed with the USA and not the promotion of the Great Britain. I don't know. It's up to the UK. It's up to the UK. Alright, so let's listen to this. I read that already.
Culture, love of place, love of like specific local identities, is that the people who've done the most damage to that are those who've been most in favour of corporate power, of it's just the deindustrialization, of breaking up communities quite forcibly. And boomers embraced American culture, American TV, American music, American habits more than anybody else. So
look at this. Well, it's a Canadian thing. Suit. It was filmed in Canada, where the producers are American. Let me look this up. I got a little bit confused here with Suits, because BBC just acquired Suits, right? Was it BBC or... Yeah, I think it was BBC. Oh my god. Okay, everything that I tried to say, I had to look it up because my memory is... But I was right in all of... Well, not all. The first thing that came to mind, because of what she said about the UK is into American dramas and all of that, the first thing that came to mind was Suits. Okay? Then I said, it was filmed in Canada. Was it really an American thing? This is where I went into my frenzy to look it up. So yes, Suit is an American legal drama television series that aired on USA Network from 2011 to 2019. Okay, so there's more information about it. Then what got me confused also was that it was filmed in Canada. Remember, Meghan was living in Canada because that's where the film was recorded. So produced and stuff like that. So there it is here. Although the setting of Suit is New York City, most of the filming took place in Toronto, Canada. Okay, so that's that. But back to this. She is right. BBC just acquired Suit. So many of the things that they're doing is like, I don't know, it's like internal self-destruction. Then another thing as well, I will share that video, but couple things that came up to mind. Prince Philip did say I'll put his clip as well, that most empire or something like that tends to be destroyed by their most ardent supporters, this kind of thing. So Prince Philip was right as well. All right. First, I'm gonna let you listen to this video, and then afterward, I'm gonna let you listen to Prince Philip thing. Let me start all over, because I went on a rant. Oops, come on.
Thing about love of culture, love of place, love of like specific local identities, is that the people who've done the most damage to that are those who've been most in favour of corporate power, of it's just the deindustrialization, of breaking up communities quite forcibly. And boomers embraced American culture, American TV, American music, American habits more than anybody else. So if you want to talk about a diluting of an English identity,
totally,
it's very much them, and it's not the same in different European countries. And I always think this whenever I go travelling in France or in Italy. and you go to a little village and you come across them when they're doing their specific village thing, right? And it's so specific, right? So there's this one place in the south of France where they've got this ball game and they play it off the wall of a church, and they say that they've got the Coupe du Monde, the World Cup, every year, and all the young people who live in Marseille and live in Paris or live in Berlin, they all come back every year. There is dancing, there's food, there is wine, there's loud music late into the night. You can't do that in a culture where you've got fucking nosy neighbours ringing up the council the minute it gets to 9 p.m, which is the culture that we have. Similarly, in Italy, where you've got such a strong sense of identity, like, again, I remember travelling through and ended up, like, in a conga line, like, around the village square, because they were celebrating the priest having been there for 50 years, and they're having a big party. Now, these are exactly the things that have been destroyed not by immigration, but by capitalism and secularism, right? Like, what are the things which preserve a sense of really, really specific local identity, right? It's not having total corporate domination of leisure and entertainment, whereas we've welcomed that with open arms. We're like, you know what, fuck it, we don't want our local thing anymore, we want a Hollywood Bowl. Like, we did that to ourselves. It's having a local high street with local independently owned businesses. We've given that up. Is about having attendance of community organisations, whether they're religious like churches, or whether they're working men's clubs, or whether they're trade unions. Again, decimated those. And then we go, oh, it's the immigrants who've come here and weakened our culture. No, like, it's the embrace of a particular kind of capitalism at the expense.
Claphamization of Britain.
It's turning everywhere into Clapham. Like, you're completely right about that. And the thing that pisses me off is that when you tell me I hate England, I'm like, no, I love this shit. I love the fact that Denby Dale made a really, really, really big pie in the 80s and again in the millennium. And I want them to make a big pie again.
She's right. Many of these things I talk about, the Industrial Revolution and so many other small little things that popped up on every little tweet, I raised those issues. Even in America, when you go places, when you look at those business people, their mindset, when they see something that is working locally, let's say a mom and pop shop is working, let's say they used to have a lot of hardware store that runs by mom and pop shop, okay? So they decided, okay, I'm gonna create a huge back store to have all sort of things, and then now those small little businesses shut down because they can't compete with those big back stores and stuff like that. Okay, so they want, it's like the greed. They want to, any little thing that works for, for the little people. Okay, the mom and pop shop, for instance, wants to do their little thing, or they've been there for years, and then they see it's working very well for the neighborhood, and then there they come and then buy a huge plot of land and then create it and then destroy all the small little businesses that makes the neighborhood work. Not too long ago, I was talking about where I love fried plantain. Now, I can even find the plantain itself because majority of those plantain are turned into chips. Who makes those chips? Those huge companies, Lay's and whatever other companies they have out there. And then when I look at them, the prices are ridiculous. And I remember the last time I spoke about it was that when I make it myself, I know which oil that I'm using to make it. Now, when I eat it, the chips version of it, it doesn't taste the same, or it gets me, breakout or something like that. So there's something that they're using that's not good with me. And then most of all, the price. The price is so expensive. So these people, when they see something that is working for or let's say a culture that has those type of things, the plantain or whatever it is, they destroy the let's say the what's the term I will use here? They destroy the culture, or they belittle the groups that make those things, and then what they do, they come around and scoop it and then use that and put it in a box or in a bag and sell it to people. You know, so not too long ago, I was just talking about it. It's the same thing. It's going everywhere. These people, what they're trying to do, they have their groups of friends. You could see how the US and the UK sort of interact. Those big business people, the Tories and the GOPs and the US. Okay, they work hand in hand. It's almost like a mob. They're trying to get their own location, to control certain location. And the UK is settled, okay? The UK is fine because not fine in terms of for the little people, but those groups, those business people, they already got it. They got the government on their side. They got the newspaper on their side. They got all sort of things, the recycle system on their side. So they control the UK already. The UK is done with. They already got that. It's the US they're trying to get now. Okay? So there is a huge pushback for that. So they're trying to control every corner of the world, and then those native, that's the word, natives of the land who have their own little culture, their own way of doing things, they destroy all of that, and then they package the same thing back to you in a I don't know, mechanical way, whatever. It's no longer authentic. What's the term for it? They turn it into something else, and then they sell it back to people. So these are the things I sometimes raise, and they're destroying every culture, every part of the world that they go. The native, okay, they destroy every native of that particular land, and they use the thing that those natives used to use, and then they package it, and then they sell it. All right, so that's that. There's so much. I've explained it in many different ways, but some people have a better way of explaining it. But that's my way. Go back to PYTE, where I even said certain part of the world. There's a different shade of people that comes from different part of the world, but these people have migrated and destroyed the native, and then the type of people that's coming from those lands is not the same shades anymore. I even talk about South America long time ago. All of them are on PYTE. Okay, and I told you the group of people that's coming from South America, the shade, the color of these people are not the same anymore. They did that thing very quietly, and the South, now they're moving up. Okay, now they're reaching America, and you see the pushback that is happening now. All right, so that's that. Let's get back to the original recording. But anyway, so that's that. I'll be putting Prince Philip's I think it's an interview that he did, a television interview where he was talking about how monarchies and things how usually destroy. So there it is here. Okay, most of the monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters. It's the most reactionary of people who try to hold on to something without letting it develop and change. Prince Philip. All right, let's listen.
I think the British monarchy is so strong, despite the fact that so many monarchies in Europe have died.
I think the British are more liberal in their outlook, and I think instead of most of the monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters, most reactionary people who somehow or other tried to hold on to something without letting it develop.
Why is she commenting if she's not British? What? I don't know. Okay, I guess these people only look at skin color. If she was born there, I'm assuming. You know what, let me leave it alone because I do not know. That's this. Okay, so that's an ad. Migration accelerate the problems you describing. The independently owned high street shops selling local produce you're paying for runs on low profit margin when half of the neighborhood no longer shop there as they prefer to spend their money on celebrating their ancestral. When you look at, for instance, when Asia, let's say Chinese, for instance, just one of many different groups that tends to travel and migrated to a different place. Okay, you could say Italian also, or Indian, for instance. Okay, let's pick Indian so people don't think I'm making. No. When they move to a different country, they want a better life. So when they go to the place that they move to and they want to make money, So they have to do things that they know of. They will sell their food. Look at this. This guy who was stirring the pot, I forgot his name, it was on my last video, who sort of stirred the pot for the riot to happen. Where was he? In Spain, in an Indian restaurant. So that particular Indian owner only knows his food. So he's sharing his food. One night you might want to eat Italian food while you are in Spain. You go to an Italian restaurant, or you go to that Indian restaurant, or a Chinese restaurant. They bring their what they know with them. They didn't come to change the culture. They just bring a piece of them to the area that they move to legally. I'm assuming they have all the proper papers and everything, and they create a restaurant to help boost your economy. They didn't go and change your culture. Whatever you do to celebrate, it should still remain. Alright, let's leave that alone. Next one. Alright, next tweet. And this is the thing that we're fighting right now in the US. We have Trump who wants to take us back to whatever what's back is, and people are fighting and put their heads together and say, no, we're not going back. Alright, next tweet. The toxic British media rats will cry no matter what. They have a negative spin ready for all scenarios. I did say that when I first started looking into Harry and Meghan, and I was like, they probably have all their headlines prepared. All they have to do is change the names. They just go in their file cabinet and just pick whatever the situation is, and then just change the name. I saw it from the minute I started looking into Harry and Meghan things, the way the royal rats work. Alright, so let's continue. So Harry and Meghan are them if they do, and them if they don't. And this is what Harry said in the interview with the ITV. Alright, so might as well go all the way and do what needs to be done to keep his family safe. Whatever, that's the ruling. Alright, so they may as well do exactly as they please and continue living their best lives. Love wins. Okay, so she retweeted that. There's no comment. Let's go into this. Can I see it? Okay. The sheer insanity of UK royal rats fighting over reporting about Harry and Meghan's office decision. How about Oprah's office changes? Michelle Obama's, Beyonce's, Mariah Carey's, Hillary Clinton. How utterly decrypted is the UK press that they are fighting about private citizen office. They know what they're doing. There's so many things they could be discussing about the UK, but they focus on that to distraction. Like this young lady was talking about the where they embrace American culture and all of that. These are the people who's helping them destroy the British culture, instead of focusing, letting people know what truly is happening in their homeland, so they could make proper decision. But instead, they're telling them BS and get them angry for what? Nonsense. Look at this guy I was just talking about. He's sitting somewhere in an Indian restaurant in Spain, and he's stirring the pot and on social media, or whoever follow him, to go do stupid things. Use the correct lens. Use the lens. What is that? Vote every election. Use the lens of aggressive nature of the monarchy's human trafficking history under the surface, and how they ordered tabloid to wield that power against Harry. Charles and especially William think they own him. They are who they all have been forever. That's true. They put squatters to shame with their obsession. That is true. I was reading that one. It's true. Okay, at least we talk about a array of topics, and only Avengers assemble when some crap happen. The Avengers or UK medias get too loud, but they are laser focused on all things Harry and Meghan 24/7, 365 days. Okay, it's true. The squad talk. Look at this video. I'm talking about different things. This is what I'm saying. The squad talk about almost everything, but the royal rat, they focus only on Harry and Meghan. And this is why she said they put squaddies to shame with their obsession. It's true. She's 100% true. Okay, ignore this, all a distraction from Harry and Meghan's trip to Colombia. Stay focused. There's some stuff I saw. The squad already said be on a mute when we start getting content coming out from Colombia. Alright, how about Willie's office change? Let them start there. I think the rage are trying to get us to forget how homeless Willie Leaks look and how AI looking kitty looks these days. I think the wags are trying to get us to forget how homeless Willie Leaks look and how AI looking kitty looks these days. Let's not forget that Harry and Meghan are going to Colombia. Okay, so that's that. Let's leave this alone. Next tweet. Yeah, I remember there's no comment on it. The only reason I put it is because of the caption. Those royal exclusive and what they used to be, clown, desperate as scoops. Alright, remember Harry and Meghan cut them off. So they don't have access to Harry and Meghan. So they're going nuts. This is why I put it right after the last tweet that I just put. Okay, so that's it. I just thought it was worth sharing. Next tweet. So they have all this to focus on, but instead they're doing their BS on Harry and Meghan. So as many times Rebecca English reported that she bumped into Prince William, she had no idea about this. Interesting. Oh, did she? I don't follow them, so I don't know. Prince Williams earned six-figure sum from secret car showroom despite green pledges. Critics accuse Prince of Wales' hypocrisy for making money from an industry that doesn't fit his green image. The thing is that these people, this is why they, like the MAGAs and all of that, like the Tories, the royal family, and the Republicans also in the US, they tell you what you want to hear. And then they do whatever it is that they want. As long as they tell you what you want to hear and you buy it, and then you don't do your own research to look into it, then you're screwed. You want to hear he's about green? Hey, he'll be more than happy to tell you he's all about green. Maybe green in terms of money, but not an environmental friendly. Alright, the Duchy of Cornwall bought the complex in Solihull for £15 million. It earns the duchy £800,000 a year in rent. Wow. And then the taxpayers still have to pay them? I don't know. I really don't know how or when the UK is gonna get it. They're making money and all of this, but yet the taxpayers still flipping the bills. Okay, is that British for car dealership? Okay, I don't know. This is an ad. That's extra. Okay, so let's see here. Prince Harry and Meghan being charitable again and paying rent for royal reporters. The same reporters who said that they will not talk about the Sussexes as they are no longer working royals. That was 5 years ago. They can't pay rent unless they talk about the Sussexes. That's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna add this onto the list since I'm mentioning it. But it was extra. Okay, I put it onto the list. Next tweet. What is this about? Okay, so this is very interesting. I've usually shared this a part of this podcast with you, but this part I don't think I've ever mentioning it. Okay, so let's get to it. In 2017, Prince Harry spoke about his late mother, Princess Diana, during the Obama Fndtn summit with Melody Hobson. Okay, 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Why do you think she became the people's princess, and what did you learn from that informs what you're doing today?
I think she had a lot in common with everybody, but also she certainly listened. In a very, very short space of time, she was like a vacuum going around, sucking up all the information, all of the criticism, all the issues, all the positives, all the negatives from everybody, and then putting her name and her platform towards some of the biggest issues of which have never been talked about. And we in society, we suffer from this illusion or this reality, I suppose, where some problems become so big that nobody wants to get involved. She was the one that changed that, and I will always look up to her as being, my ideal role model, because everything that she did and the way she did it was having an impact. It was making a difference because of the position that we're in and the role that we play as part of our institution.
This is the part that I like, where he said we don't run where a president has a 4-year 4 years, 2 term, each of the terms 4 years, 8 years total. A senator have a limited time. A politician in general have a time frame. But for them, as a royal family, their position is for life. So might as well use it for good. And the other thing that he said earlier, I was gonna stop it, but where he said something, Princess Diana listens and have an impact. Several other things that came to mind, where her secretary was talking about when they were having a meeting, okay, and then I think that's when they either separated, or I don't remember what was, if they were still married or something like that. They probably were still married. Charles and Princess Diana, or Charles' group, were discussing whether who should do this particular thing, and then they suggested the Queen. And then instead of calling the Queen, Charles' people were saying, oh, we're gonna write memo, we're gonna do this. And Princess Diana was like, why don't you just pick up the phone and call? And then got the answer really quickly. So that just came to mind, for listening and do things that has an impact. Okay, so let's listen.
You're in it for life. You're not in it for 4 years. You're not in it for 8 years. You're in it for life. Therefore, everything that we can do we have a bigger, longer platform than politicians, let's say. So therefore, we can't get involved in certain things. But she rewrote the rulebook. She pushed the boundaries more than ever before, and she was successful. And I think that all of the people that she was working with would be incredibly grateful for her pushing those boundaries. But you know, it's not always easy. But in today's world, I think the boundaries need to be pushed more and more.
Okay, so there's that. Harry understands his position. I don't think William does. His position is for life, and use it for something. But I don't know, those people who's ruining the country, those business people who's always hungry for power and money, put nonsense in his head. And Charles too. And this is why I keep on saying, since the Queen's father died, these people went to work to start destabilize the monarchy, I should say. Okay, so here's the video of where Princess Diana's secretary was talking about how Princess Diana got the Queen to do the thing, where they pick up the phone. There's the clip.
Can I tell a little story? Please. Before they split up, Charles and Diana twice a year would have a program meeting where they would sit with their staffs and plan their diaries for the next 6 months. And this had obviously begun when the Prince was a bachelor, as a kind of a get-together with his close advisors to decide what they were going to do. And it had morphed into this huge meeting. The Prince's people on one side of a long table, and Diana and her people on the other. And the last couple of these meetings that we had, I can remember there was Diana and me, and maybe a lady in waiting. And there'd be maybe 20, 30, 40 people on the other side of the table. There was a stark visual reminder of what had happened to what had been previously a united household. But because we were that small, it reflected Diana's own preferences to be responsive, to react quickly to things, and she didn't like red tape. She was very good at doing her work, very disciplined, but she didn't like officialdom. So one time, the Prince of Wales was debating whether or not to do a particular engagement, and he wondered if his mother might do it instead, and his private secretary said, well, I will write a memo to the Queen's private secretary. And Diana leaned across the table and said, there's a telephone over there, why don't you pick it up and ask her yourself? And he did, like a man in a date. And he went to the telephone, he picked it up, he got put through to the Queen. The Queen said, yes, of course I'll do it. And he came and sat back at the table and looked at Diana as if she was some sort of a miracle worker, because everything else was a wonderful British bureaucracy. Diana knew how to cut through it to get what was required.
Okay, so now here's some of the comments. This interview, a discussion, has many key issues that Harry hit. Melody asked Harry 2 times who created the Royal Foundation. Harry avoided the question the first time. Second time, Harry said he didn't remember. Not once Harry took credit. I meant to write much more, but I was limited with how much I could write. Harry also hid the negativity that surrounded him for the work he does. Sussex Squad should watch that Obama YouTube channel. Okay, Harry keeps telling the world exactly who he is, what stands for, I guess what he stands for, and what his goals are. The British media keep getting it wrong on purpose. Okay, how could anyone say Harry is them? He gives off the cuff answer much better than a lot of people, let alone and the royal family. They don't come close. Okay, I learned in university that there is no simple way to get over grief. For Harry, talking about his mother helps him with his grief. Grief can last for years or a lifetime. When my doctor, what's that? DTR, what does that stand for? Okay, when my DTR died, I was frozen, could not talk about her. What's DTR? Okay, now it is very important for my mental health. All right, Diana got it and Harry gets it. Investigate, listen, collaborate, and plan action to produce measurable result and impact. And yet there are still those trying to convince the world that Harry and Diana before him were unintelligent and only tools to be used by others. Princess Diana was teaching Harry as they go places. You see Harry as a little boy listening to his mom. I don't know what the hell they teach the other one. Okay, they never listen to this man, if only they never underestimate him. That's the thing I was saying earlier. They tell their lies and they believe their lies, but they refuse to, accept reality. So eloquent, bless you, Prince Harry. The man is smart. He's able to express himself very well and represent his mother so well. That's for sure. Period. Using his mother memory for attention. They ask him a question. That was back in 2021. Oh my God. What was he supposed to do? They ask him a question and he wants to answer it. He answer it. It's not like him bringing it out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. Let's go to the next tweet. So this is about Lindsay Lohan. Okay, what a comeback story, huh? Lindsay Lohan is a really great revival. Yeah, I think she has a baby and I think she's living in Dubai right now. Okay, what she's up to, I haven't seen her in years. And I think was she in a movie or something? Let's see if somebody responded. Yeah, okay, her and her husband. Yeah, I think she's in Dubai a lot. She's made about 3 movies for Netflix, and she and Jamie Lee Curtis just announced Freaky Friday too. And she's been married, has a newborn son. Okay, the son probably a year now. Oh, did she has another one? Let's look it up. Yeah, there's this here. I write, when was Lindsay Lohan's son born? Lindsay Lohan went from starring in The Parent Trap to become a parent herself when she welcomed her son Lura Shamas in 2023 with her husband Bader Shamas or something like that. Sorry if I pronounce his name wrong. And I think they're living in Dubai. Let's see. It's funny. Look at this. They put 3 places. I don't know. London, Los Angeles, New York. Oh my God. I always thought she was born in Long Island, but it's in the Bronx she was born. Very interesting. Lindsay Lohan has a beautiful life. Yeah, there it is here, right here. In Dubai. Yeah, that's where she's living. In Dubai, the actress has called United Arab Emirates City her home for years now. Okay, so that's where she lives. She's one of the group. Her, Britney, there was someone else. Her, Britney, there's one, a child actress. What's her name? The last time I saw her, she was unrecognizable. She had tattoos and all of that. There were groups of young girls that something happened. I spoke about it in one of my videos on PYTE. Something happened. And thank God, Lindsay Lohan got herself back. Britney is trying to get herself back. And that other young lady, and Paris Hilton as well. Paris Hilton was one of the groups as well. And that other young lady, I forgot her name. Yeah, something must have happened to them. I don't know what it was, but something happened to them where they went haywire. But thank God Lindsay got herself back together. Alright, so that's that. Why did I put it? I don't know. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so now we're going to Melody Hobson.
Vanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better